Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. So, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 2, Episode 21. This is the season finale. We got a lot of episodes out of this season. This cast had a lot of content. So, this episode is titled Why Can't We Be Friends? I would say the episode overall it was okay. It's good that it's came to an end because it's like they're dragging it along, and we know our girl Mary. For those of us that's fans of Mary, even though she is kooky, she's left the show, so no more Mary. And I'm tired of seeing that not Jen, but Jenny, the one that they found out was racist, and she eventually got fired from the show. So I did not want to see another episode with her. Although she is going to be part of the reunion that's going to start next week. I think they're doing a three-part reunion. I really don't know why, but from my understanding, it's going to be three parts. And so the first part would be next weekend. But on this particular episode here, we start out with Lisa and her husband. They're setting up the venue for her Vita party that she's going to have. And of course, it's so funny. The producers, they capture how many times she's like, I love it. I love it. I love it with everything. It's really funny how she carries on with that. I think it got up to maybe 16. I love it because they actually did a count. That was funny. And then they go over to Mary and her son. They're having an outdoor adventure playing putt golf. That was kind of cute to see Mary spend time with her son, even though he appeared not to even want to be there, and maybe she even paid him to do that little outing with her. So, and then we go over to Jen, and she have movers at her house, giving her an estimate of how much her move is gonna cost because she's supposedly downsizing from her 9,000 square feet rental that she's currently in, and they're gonna downsize to like less than half of that, and this is so they can save money and focus on paying her legal fees because we know that she's in a ass load of trouble. So she has, I think her legal fees is like $2 million or something like that. So they have to downsize, and she's there with the movers, going through what all they need to pack up and move for the house, from the house, and what needs to take place. And so the movers give her an estimate of $8,000 to $10,000 to move everything. That's a lot of money. So she's just like, well, she'll do some of the packing herself, and then they'll try to go down on the price. Then we go over to Heather, and she's at her dad's gravesite, and they're having a celebration of life for her dad. She mentions that they were not able to gather before because of the pandemic. So it's a few family members that come forward and her friends. Her kids were there, her brother was there. But as far as her mom, Heather didn't know that her mom had came, and she spoke to the brother, but she did not stay for the entire celebration. And she was just, she made mention about maybe it's because Heather, she's not actually a Mormon anymore, so they have like a little division within the family because of that. So after they have the celebration of life, they end up having a picnic there at the gravesite also. So it was kind of nice to see them bond in that way. Then we have Meredith, and she's having an outing with her kids and others, where they're doing a photo shoot for her jewelry line. So we have that. And with Whitney, I don't know, I was just so turned off with Whitney. It's like stank. Like, because they show Whitney, she's in the kitchen preparing dinner for her husband who's coming home, and she's walking around like, I don't know if it was a bathing suit or whatever, but all of her ass is out, and it just, it wasn't a good look to me or whatever. And then he comes in, she pours champagne down her breast, he puts his, it pretty much was pouring. I was like, okay, so what are you guys gonna like go get down in front of us or what? So it's just stupid. I'm over that. I'm trying to watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm not trying to watch your porn, lady. So they go upstairs and they do the love art thing or whatever. It's weird, nasty. She just look skankish. Anyway, so we come to the night of Lisa's Vita party, and it's supposed to be 80s theme, even though she did not care for people to dress in 80s. But I guess she just wanted her decor, and then whatever the bottles the Vita was put in, it was like 80s theme or whatever. So we have the people showing up and everything, and we got a chance to see that there's more black people in Utah because there were like some black guests. I don't know who they were, but it was different black couples that showed up, and people were always saying it's not many black people in Utah. I don't know. I've never been there. So we get Miss Mary who shows up, and the producers ask Mary why she's not drinking any of the Vita, and she said she didn't want any because it tastes just like water or whatever. And she was like, it gives you, pretty much was saying it gives you an aftertaste. And she said the Vita is just like Lisa, which is blah. That shit was funny. That was so funny to me. Okay, and then Mary's there, and she's speaking with Jen Shaw's husband, Coach Shaw, and he was just saying it was nice that she invited Jen to her church and everything, but he couldn't even finish what he was saying because Mary just took over the conversation. However, it's like while she's talking to Jen Shaw, I mean talking to Coach Shaw, Jenny's at the table like getting bothered that Mary is not even paying her any attention. Mary does not acknowledge her because Mary don't care for her. And she's been really rude to Mary. And they had like a big falling out. So Mary's like, she's never ever gonna talk to her. So lo and behold, Whitney comes forward up to Mary and asks to speak to her to the side because she wants to apologize to her about talking about her church. But Mary was like, she didn't want to talk to Whitney because she could already smell the alcohol on her breath. And Whitney's like, well, we're at a Vita party, And so she does convince Mary to go to the side and talk to her. And so Whitney's trying to apologize, telling Mary that she only talked about her church because Mary had put her down and everything. And so Mary's not trying to, it seems that Mary's not even trying to hear Whitney. And lo and behold, Jenny comes and she interjects, like, want to know what's Mary's problem with her. Jenny, why? And Whitney was trying to keep Jenny out of it, but Jenny just, I don't know, I guess she wanted her 15 minutes. She wanted to seal the deal so she can come back for the next season or whatever, put on her show, whatever. And so Mary still wasn't paying her any attention. So Whitney tells Mary, Mary tells Whitney, let's get up, let's go to another spot. So they get up, but as they're leaving, Jenny follows them. And so Mary's like, I don't have time for this. I'm never going to talk to her. And as Mary's walking away, Jenny with her big mouth, and she's a loud mouth person, she's like, oh, Mary, you're not going to talk to me? You're going to act like I'm nobody or whatever? And she takes her glass and she throws it at Mary. And Mary's like, what? Really? And so, of course, that makes Mary leave, which Mary probably wanted to leave anyway. Every time Mary show up on the scene, it's like she never wanted to be around any of them, which is kind of understandable because they kept going at her about her church and about other things, and she was saying some bad things. I don't know. I wish things would have turned out different for her. But anyway, so Mary exits the scene. She leaves, and that's oh, and then they show all the ladies gathered around at the table, excluding Mary because Mary had left. I really like my t-shirt. I got this Black History shirt from Target, you guys. I really like how they were supporting the black designers. Right? Okay, so all the ladies except for Mary, because Mary had already dipped on them, were standing around the table, and Jen, once again, she wants to ask Meredith about their friendship. Like, let it go. If she's not your friend right now, she's not your friend. And Meredith told you this several times. What do you not get about this? And so they go back and forth about that. And I guess she's just fed up with it, just like I am. Like, just tell her what's the root cause of why you have a problem with her and why you're not trying to be her friend right now. And so, um, Jen is thinking that it's relating to when all the rumors started about Meredith sleeping around on her husband, which they had that going on in season one, and yeah, season one. But Jen turns and she said it wasn't even her that started, that it was Whitney. And then of course we have the camera that flashes back to season one, and it shows that it was Jen who brought this up about Meredith cheating on her husband. So that's what it was. But the thing is that Jen, I don't know, they're not putting two and two together as far, because from what I could see from watching the season, is that Meredith did not appreciate Jen. Yes, she did speak about Meredith stepping out on her marriage, but she also went off after Brooke, Meredith's son, you know, calling him gay or whatever, and it's like he hadn't even came out. And it was other little things that she was saying about Meredith's son, and Meredith just had a problem with that. So I don't know why Jen's not understanding that, and I don't know, it's just ridiculous. Like, why are you begging for this lady's friendship? So that's pretty much, that was this season. It overall, it turned out to be a very good season. The only thing is that I don't understand how none of them really, they didn't do a deep dive into the legal stuff that Jen is dealing with. Like, you guys had the SWAT to show up when you were actually there with cameras getting ready to go on a girls trip. You all were there except for Meredith and Mary, but you all were there, and you know that Jen was arrested. And when the SWAT team came, Jen told you guys a lie, and you never want, no one ever follow up on, okay, so what happened to your husband or whoever was on the phone being severely ill, and you having to rush to the hospital. She lied about that. I mean, where's the question about, okay, so what exactly are they charging you with? Did you not know that your business was not legit? None of that came up during the season. It's really ridiculous. So I don't know. They were more interested in Mary, and they never got any facts about her church being a cult or anything like that. So I just feel that they should have did a deeper dive into Jen about um her allegedly all the things she was doing as far as stealing the old people's money, and what she's being charged for. And maybe season 3 they will dig into it more, but I just didn't understand that part. So, but I look forward to season 3, and maybe they'll be adding more people since they do not have Mary Crosby anymore, and also Jenny. So they've lost 2 people. So maybe they'll have 2 replacements, and they may lose Jen because, from my understanding, she's currently in court. So we have to see how things are gonna turn out for her. But it's already been said that she has been filming for season 3, so we will be seeing some of her. All right, so that pretty much was it. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Please leave a comment, click like, and subscribe if you have not. And I hope you continue to have a great night and you have a great week ahead. Stay blessed. Bye.